So the Abaddon comes through. That's a solid one to remove the Beastmaster Roar, considering there's a Roar, there's an IO, you know, not a lot of lockdown on the side of HellRaisers. You can kind of keep that aphotic shield, and HellRaisers, they respond with the Rubik. Ooh, man, that's a fast response. Rubik Razor. Okay, Razor is another hero that goes really well with an IO. Used to be a great counter to the Viper, but then the poison attack kind of got changed 3 years ago. So, you know, the Viper should be doing okay against the Razor. Rob, are you making an awkward face while this is going on? Or are you smiling to the camera? Smile to the camera.
I'm not smiling to the camera. This is, let's just give everything a quick restart, because I don't know what's going on. The game just gets into the menus and it just keeps crashing out. So, you know.
There is a higher force that wants us to radio broadcast this game. I can only assume that would be the case.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going on, right? Let's just pray to every god and deity we know.
There is only one god. In Game of Thrones, his name is Death, and in Dota, his name is Gaben. And you know, Empire, they pick up PL. So for all of you guys who want to use some channel points, if there are predictions in the chat, or want to be doing something else, you know, maybe putting a house on one of these teams, for HellRaisers, Beastmaster, IO, Rubik, and the Razor, and for Team Empire, Tiny, Viper, Abaddon, and the PL. We all know that from what I've just said, the outstanding amount of Dota experts in the Twitch chat are gonna be understanding immediately who's gonna be the victor of this game, Rob, won't they?
Yeah, I definitely followed along with that draft, and I'm not freaking out because my game isn't working. That's, yeah. I
mean, what's really happening? Do you get into Dota and it doesn't start?
Yeah, it gets to, like, it does the startup, it gets to the main screen, and then it just crashes out.
It crashes.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there like an update?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it. No, there was a Steamworks update, it looks like. But yeah, it's crazy because everything was fine. And all of a sudden, no, it's not. This is a tricky one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to help you there. Can I? Is there a chance I share you my my video through Discord or something, so we can try to do it that way? I'm not.
Oh, are we back? Did that work?
Oh.
Oh, maybe.
Did our prayers work?
Oh, we're in. There's a lot of red X's. Okay.
Give us some good news, Rob. Give us some good news. I'm gonna give some HellRaisers fan bad news. They picked up a mid Wind Ranger. Guessing they, if it's a Viper in the mid lane, you want to have the Wind Ranger there to deal with it. So that's the idea. And also, you know, playing against the PL, if you start focusing the right one, you will kill him. You can doppelganger all you want. You're still gonna die.
Okay, so good news.
You're back.
Kind of. The game's just throwing up a load of red X's, but we've got the draft on screen. So we're just waiting for this final pick in the draft, but I can see the draft. I can see the draft on the second monitor where it's being pulled through into OBS. And the game crashed again. Okay, guys, so technical difficulties. Hopefully it won't. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out, and of course it will be the final game of the night. We hit these technical difficulties.
You're just saying that HellRaisers are gonna win, but you know it might not be the case. So this might be the second to last game of the night, which is what we're hoping for. We're hoping for a full 3-game series after the performance of game number 1. Of course, not a lot of people will will think that's gonna happen. And the last pick for Empire going to be a clock, so that makes the Viper be in the offlane, a position 4 clock on James, a position 5 Abaddon, PL, Carry, and Tiny in the mid lane. Considering you're playing against the Io Rubik, this is a solid Tiny game. The problem, of course, arises in you are playing against the Beastmaster, so they will always see you when you're trying to go for plays. Okay. Interesting approach here. Yet again, I like Empire's draft. The problem is that I see HellRaisers as the better team, and they have a better vision lineup. Last time around, Team Empire, they had better catch, and they couldn't catch out the hero they needed to. This time around, it's gonna be the Wisp plus Razor. Last time around, it was the Dawnbreaker. So because of that, I still think HellRaisers are going to be taking this one. But I like what Team Empire have for themselves. You know, the PL can pop off if the Tiny starts off the fight with a kill. That is going to be quite nice. But still a lot of factors that are going to be preventing you from doing that. But Rob, you not saying anything gives me not that much confidence that everything is working out for you there.
We're getting further and further in. You know, I saw a couple of heroes there, and then the game crashed out, and the menu's running fine. Just wondering why it's done it. It's really, really weird that obviously it's running fine. We get into the second game, and then things just start crashing out, which is just probably I don't know, technology has an aversion to me. It's probably, you know, technology is allergic to me. So what I might do, because obviously this is important, we need to get into it. We need to. I'm gonna go for the final play. You know, the Hail Mary. I'm gonna give everything a quick restart, complete computer restart. You know, we're gonna be down. The stream's gonna be down for maybe a minute, guys. Stick around, maybe a minute, before we get back into this. And I'll see you in a minute. And hopefully, fingers crossed, toes crossed, tongue crossed, if you can do it, we'll be able to get ourselves into the final game of Dota. We'll see you in a few minutes. Or, you know, in a minute. We're going straight into this. We're just going to get right into the game, as hopefully on stream everything is working as well. Yeah, Rebel in the mid lane up against Squad X, and we can finally see it. Don't know what it was freaking out for, but we are back. So thank you for bearing with us with these technical issues. As Illidan on the top lane on this Phantom Lancer coming through. So how do they try and deal with this Phantom Lancer in the top lane? You know, coming into that late game when he's getting up these 50 illusions coming out and he's an army in and on to himself, you know, what is HellRaisers' plan in this game? You know, how can they deal with Illidan?
The idea in this game is get to a point, or don't allow the game to get to a point where the PL illusions are gonna present that much of an issue for you. Because you have ways to kill the real PL, but the thing is, if it comes to a point where he just uses his Spirit Lance, sends a few illusions, and starts bullying you, and you can't do anything, that's gonna be problematic for you. So you apply pressure in the early game. You kind of keep the PL down with the Razor. You know, you use the Link, you're gonna know which one is the real one. You use the Focus Fire, you're gonna know which one is the real one. And you play that way. You have better vision lineup, you have a better split push lineup if you're HellRaisers, and your lineup is so much more mobile, so you can definitely catch him out or limit his ability to farm. So that is the idea. If PL gets super strong, I think HellRaisers, they're gonna have to be looking back and thinking, why didn't we shut him down earlier? Mid lane?
Oh, they're going to chase all the way back behind the tier 1 tower. Is Squad X going to be able to get the kill onto Rebel, maybe? Well, more likely, but he does know. Yeah, it didn't do enough damage, and he still got... Was that the wind run that kept him alive? Tree toss. Well, he ain't going to survive through that.
I don't know what kept him alive, and I don't know what alive means to you, but this guy is definitely dead on my screen, so maybe your Dota is acting up again. Either way, while we're talking about that on the bottom lane, Watson will get a double, but yeah, what happened there with the Wind Ranger? He survived because of the infused range drops. Tiny thought that it was a done deal, but the toss just did no damage, so that's why the Wind Ranger didn't die immediately.
Ah, that's what it was. Okay, well, I mean, 5 minutes in, 2-1. We got back just in time to make sure we caught the first blood there as well.
No, we didn't miss anything. We just made sure that the viewers, they don't watch the slow and uninteresting part of the game. So no thank you needed. That's just our job here. So doing what we can to make it perfect for our viewers. But this is a big thing. Empire winning the mid lane and by a huge margin is the most important thing. We talked about it. The way that Empire won a fight in this game is you start off with a kill. You need to be fighting around your own vision, obviously, given that you're playing against the Beastmaster. But if the Tiny gets a good start in early Blink Dagger, the Wisp and the Rubik could be easy kills.
Yeah, I guess, sorry, I'm just playing catch up with the bottom lane. There is going to be a lot of damage coming through onto Satchel as well as James. James having to run himself away. Watson, level 4 in terms of net worth as well. How's he looking? He's second in net worth just behind the Tiny, so it is going quite well for Watson. But in the river, though, Watson might be able to find another kill coming through. Squad X might be able to find another kill inside the Roche pit. It looks like Gilga's going to try and deny himself with the telekinesis to Roche, but the avalanche coming through. No, it's going to be Squad X. He picks up that kill and then runs himself out of the pit before Roshan can get real angry with the rock.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of threw dust in his face there, you know. He's probably gonna see it that way, and he wasn't happy about it. But Roche is a pretty pacifistic dude. The only time he fights is when he's defending his own territory, so he really doesn't go too far away from it.
Yeah, well, Illidan is going to be going on to the ball now as well. Gilga's re-TP'd up into this lane now, but with the shield coming through, Illidan, what are they going to be able to do here? Because Illidan just has to back himself away. The Hawk Kid's going to see him, and Gilga can still carry on right-clicking him down. But so yeah, Illidan just has to back himself away. Even the Fade Bolt coming through from Gilga.
I mean, look at this Tiny. He is like 700 gold away from his Blink Dagger. This is gonna be one good timing for Squad X. 2 kills to his name, 40 CS. He is looking really good, even stealing the bounty rune. And is he under vision? No, they don't know about this rotation. Maybe he could have gone towards the bottom lane. We could see that the Wind Ranger did draw that line. So nice read from Squad X to get himself back into the lane. No reason to make any plays right now. Wait for your blink. You don't really need to make any moves, and then you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, Rabel is going to rotate up to the top lane. It looks like just avoiding the vision. Is there any wards? There's nothing to see this rotate. Was it? No, there might have been that one. Yeah, right next to the outpost that saw the rotation from Rebel come in. So, well, BZZ, there is still going to be the focus fire coming through from Rebel, and BZZ, again, he's going to try and use the shields for as much as possible. Rebel able to get an easy kill there. Power shot. Well, it's just going to be onto the creeps. The Beastmaster pushing down onto this tier 1 tower as well. You can see that the Phantom Lance has already moved into the jungle, and it's tricky, I guess, right? Because there is still going to be a lot of damage coming through on this top lane, and Illidan, he doesn't really have the items. He has the doppelganger to try and get himself out alive, but rotations like this just put him under so much pressure.
The thing is, HellRaisers, they understood that the mid lane went really badly. So the thing is, you have to rotate towards the top lane and get that tower immediately and overtake the top part of the map. Then you're gonna have a safe space on the map actually to farm, to overtake it, and wait for the Tiny. You know, on the bottom lane you can give a kill or two, but on the top lane you need to wait for him, and as soon as he jumps someone, bam, you respond. So that is the idea from HellRaisers. Now it's all about getting some D wards there, but we can see that Empire are already prepared with a lot of vision on the top lane, and that is the way that it should be, because they need to get kills on the top lane as well if they want this Blink Dagger to be worthwhile.
Yeah, and just looking around, I mean, the Beastmaster's already got himself the Helm of the Dominator, so he's taking that Centaur out for a walk. Going for the raindrops next, I suppose it adds to his survivability. But yeah, no, he's taken away. He's just closing this, slowly closing the farm area of Illidan down, because if you can't farm the top jungle, you're forced into the triangle, and that just means that HellRaisers are going to know where you are. It's going to be easy rotations for ganks in. Speaking about ganks, there is going to be a rotation coming through from Squad. Going to be able to find out the Malady. Going to get himself away from this one. The tether is there, but the damage, it was way too much. Squad X going to be able to get that kill, and it looks like Watson just has to hide himself away, going towards the Maelstrom here on the Razor. That's an item you don't usually see. I mean, it's the Master of Lightning anyway, so one more, or a couple more shocks shouldn't surprise me.
He is itemizing to deal with the PL. That is the thing. I'm just not sure that if that is his job in this game, really. Because, you know, the idea is to survive. If you're the Razor, run in and survive. Shachlo is going to be okay on the bottom lane. I like what I like what HellRaisers are doing. They're trying to pressure the mid to force the Tiny. If you're forcing rotations from the Tiny, you know where he is, thus you're not giving away kills. But this is a fast rotation from the Tiny. Watson could really get caught here.
Yeah, once again, Malady, is he going to be the stopgap? There is going to be the Blink Avalanche toss coming through onto Malady.
The TPs are
does
coming.
He have the regen coming through from this headdress as well? He's going to be able to keep alive with the salve as well. It looks like they might be able to get Rebel a kill here with the relocate coming through on the back lines. That was a little bit too late, but good idea. As Watson...
PL mid.
Oh, what can he do? Illidan. He's taking a lot of damage, but he might be able to turn around to Mero. Mero could get himself away from this one. Yeah, both Gilgia as well as Mero. The lockdown lacks on the side of Empire until the Tiny rotates in, but there is going to be Avatos coming through. The Centaur taking a lot of damage, but Rebel's going to be able to take the shackles once again. The roar comes through, but the Photic Shield purges them off, and now the tree toss, so Mero takes the damage, just has to back himself away.
This is HellRaisers outplaying Empire. You know, even though you use the roar, and okay, finally they're gonna catch the Rubik. Finally, there's a hero that goes down. But the thing is, HellRaisers with that early top tower being taken, them constantly pressuring mid lane is keeping Squad X in this mid lane. And then when he starts rotating towards the bottom lane, HellRaisers are immediately ready. This is the problem of not being able to get kills on the top part of the map when you're Empire. You know, ever since the introduction of the outposts, it has been much easier to kind of maintain control of your big jungle, and Empire just hasn't been able to do it. Now going for a smoke, this is a good move, but Malady again the first one on the hit.
Yeah, Malady is going to be Avatossed up into the other damage. He's going to be able to tether away though. So Watson, do they want to go on to this? It looks like James, he came in with a hook shot, but he's going to be right on top of Watson. I think Shackles it won't actually telekinesis coming through onto BZZ. With BZZ using the shield squad, he's going to be able to get the TP away. The damage, it's going to be too much. And now BZZ, well, he at least should be able to TP away with the borrowed time. But they take down the Tiny once again, trading them off, and it's only going to be the IO that goes down.
The worst thing that happened there, it's not the Tiny's death, it is that you lost the tier 2 on the top lane. Now that that ability to force Tiny's rotations for him to be you know, not being able to get a kill on top and kind of needing to go towards the mid lane, it's gonna be even harder to dodge that right now. So HellRaisers, just with basic Dota movements, they are outplaying Empire, and this is why I was afraid that they allowed HellRaisers to get the Beastmaster. It's just way too easy when a team is better to utilize this hero and completely crush you in the early mid game.
Yeah, and you can, like I say, you can see the Beastmaster who's going towards the Helm of the Overlord. He wants to step up into that, and the net worth, he's fourth in net worth. He's above this Phantom Lancer. The Phantom Lancer that's supposed to be carrying you through into the late game, going towards, I think, is that the full? It is going to be the Diffusal Blade coming out for Illidan now. But you know, it's kind of like, great, you've got your Diffusal Blade up, but you're fighting into HellRaisers that have got the confidence on their side. They're finding these timings. You know, they're playing so good as a team. Net worth wise as well, you're looking at 1,000 gold, Watson above you. So what can Stormrage really do here? Does he just have to sit back and farm a little bit more? You know, does there have to be a full 5-man rotation coming through? Look at the damage coming through. That's just a Fade Bolt telekinesis and a power shot coming through onto him, and he lost over half his health.
He understands that he needs to help his team right now, so he is pushing aggressively on the mid lane. With that, he's kind of stopping the aggression. The problem is Empire will have to deal with the top lane. One hero TP stop, your mid lane tower is immediately dead, and not even that is gonna happen there. Tiny going to the top lane, and now Empire, it's hunting season on them.
Yeah, they get the kill onto James, and now that they, like you said, they know that the Tiny's TP'd up, they can just roam around, they can look for what they can. It's going to be Illidan's illusions that see the Razor as well as Malady, so Watson not going to be able to get the pick off there onto the Phantom Lancer like he wants to, but the Tiny moves away from this lane once again. And look at this, Mero, he's just camping this out, he's sending the Skeleton Army in from the Dark Troll Summoner, just putting pressure onto the tier 3. We're not even 15 minutes into this game, and the tier 3 tower is being pressured out. Oh, the Avalanche, the toss back now as well. Can he take down Mero? The wall's going to go. There is going to be, they're going to try and tell us one Squad X. It looks like they want to dive the tier 3s. 15 minutes coming through. They're going to be able to get one kill. Rebel's going to be rotating in now as well. Mero, he's already used that roll. What else can he do into this fight? There is going to be the Viper Strike coming through onto Watson. Watson going to get himself out of this one. The relocate's going to pull him away just in time. James gets slow, but he might be able to get himself away. Gilga's going to be able to get the borrowed time stolen. And yeah, putting out the Nether Toxin there as well. Gilga, they're just stepping up, and while this is going on, Rebel's on the bottom lane, just pushing on onto this. Did he take down the... He got the kill onto Illidan as well with the double damage rune. He's taken down this tier 1 tower in 2 more right clicks. This is just all of this going the way of HellRaisers.
Okay, so Razor did die. So, you know, HellRaisers giving something away to Empire so that, so, you know, their counterparts don't really give up that early. But to be honest, this game, it is almost impossible for Empire. You have the Tiny, you have the lineup where you need to get the first kill at the start of the fight with the Tiny. Look at the Rubik, look at the IO. Do these heroes seem like an easy kill? Not really. The Rubik doesn't have the infused raindrop any longer, but if I was Gilgir, I'd buy one as well because it completely takes everything away from the side of Empire. Then what else is left? The PL with the Diffusal Blade, we saw how easily he dies. Right now Empire don't have a play, and the thing is HellRaisers, they're so mobile, and now they're gonna be showing how you play a more mobility kind of lineup. Okay, this is a position that Empire actually can use, but they don't know that their enemies are here.
God damn, the Shackle comes out, the Telekinesis with the Nether Toxin. Rubik, he gets the Rocket Flare now as well, so that's going to be extra utility and vision on the Rubik. And that was just James walking down into his death because there's no real warden around here that I can see, and it looks like, you know, okay, so they have this one further on, just close to the tier 1 tower, but you were walking blind down into that, and you get caught out and killed off once again.
You know, they didn't know the HellRaisers were there because Rabel and Gilgir, they went with a smoke. So you could argue that that was a nice move from the Clockwork, kind of saving the Viper's life. Viper would have been dead there for sure.
Sure. That's one spin to put on it. Yeah, okay, I'm with that.
Yeah, well played, James. Well played. That was a awesome move. Finally, they're gonna be going towards the top lane, but you can see that Miero, he immediately understands that. He doesn't understand anything. He's just gonna die now.
Yeah. He's pulling a bit of a Jon Snow there. The real kick comes in. Malady. Oh no. That's a little bit of Saving Private Ryan syndrome there coming through from the IO, thinking he can get maybe the relocate in and save the Beastmaster's life because he didn't come in with Watson. Just came in solo, maybe to get that relocate out. And it goes so wrong for the IO.
Yep, I think he wanted to bring Watson in, but then Watson was like, yeah, we're holding hands, we're best friends. Okay, not anymore, you know. We are gonna be friends until you are actually bringing me into my death. And Illidan doesn't want, Watson doesn't want that to happen. Look at the items he's going for. You really shouldn't die in those kind of scenarios. Illidan is just gonna die now.
Yeah,
might get the kill on Gilgir.
Might get the kill on Gilgir. He won't get the kill on Gilgir. Gilgir survives. He got himself 1165 health, and he got out by about, what was it, 100, 200 health left. But yeah, the rotation coming to Rabel. He's not holding back. He's got himself this Maelstrom. He's going towards the BKB Blink Dagger here now as well. Top of the net worth on this Wind Ranger, and Tiny had, from what we saw, from what I saw, I know you were in the game from the start, but from what I saw, the Tiny had a good start, but Rabel, he's just taken so many good fights. His positioning has been absolutely perfect.
You know, you give a kid a little bit of fun in the lane, you know, yeah, beat me in the lane. I'm gonna show you that it really doesn't matter that much. And to be honest, HellRaisers, just with basic movements, they didn't do anything out of the ordinary. They just outmaneuvered Empire everywhere. Now you can see the top tower, it's almost half HP, and Empire, they don't have a play. You know, you can farm on your PL, but the timing for HellRaisers is coming much faster, and that's gonna be the Roche, the Butterfly on the Razor, and then you overtake the bottom part of the map if you want to. And I'm pretty sure HellRaisers are gonna be going towards there. Do they have a smoke? Rubik? Nope, they don't have it.
Rocket Flare is going to come out to see this being taken, and again, while this is going on, you've got a ball pushing this top lane in as well. This top lane for the past 5 minutes has been pushed right up to this tier 3 tower, and the creep equilibrium just keeps going. It doesn't matter if Squad X rotates in, it just says, okay, the Tiny's on the top lane. It's not TPing in this time, but if you want to look for a gank in the bottom part of the dire jungle, like they're doing, the smoking up, you know, the rotating around, you know exactly, like you say, the information you get from this, even if you're not putting pressure onto the T3 tower itself, keeping that lane pushed up, it's absolutely vital. And it's like, look, Watson, like I say, Butterfly's out, he's got his Aegis, he's got a Maelstrom, gonna be able to make a move, James. He might be the canary in the coal mine once again, or it might just be Illidan. No blink on the Wind Ranger. The vision wasn't there. The Viper in the tree. Satchelow's going to go for the TP away. Hookshot, what's that come through to? It's just going to be onto the creep wave away. And Malady is the one hero on the side of HellRaisers without a disable, so not going to be able to catch up to the Clockwork.
Illidan in trouble.
Oh, Did he catch him out? He did. He hung around for way too long, and now Rabel, does he have the focus fire onto him? He's going to be able to cast it now as well, and Illidan, yeah, he's not going to be able to get himself away from this. 1160 health on the Phantom Lancer. He's just not tanky at all. He melts so quickly, especially when this focus fire comes out from the Wind Ranger.
Yep. The last part of the map that you weren't able to take from the side of HellRaisers is the enemy triangle. Now even that is in your possession, and that means that Empire have nowhere to go. Very soon they're gonna be forced into a fight that they cannot take, and that's gonna make them lose the game. So let's look at them. What can they actually do? The tossback with the Tiny is pretty good, but considering that SquadX went for a Hand of Midas, it shows us that he wants to extend this game. So how do you do it? With tier 1s being up for HellRaisers, they're not gonna stop at these tier 2s. They really don't have a reason to do so, so they will force you back. I'm not sure. Empire, they need to hold the high ground. They're probably like, okay, we have the Midas, that's gonna be the most that we're gonna be farming are the creep waves going towards us. This is an almost impossible game right now for Empire.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely, and forgive the pun, absolutely dire here for the side of Empire. That you've got a Razor on 12k net worth with the Butterfly coming through. Aegis here for another 2.5 minutes. He's going towards the Satanic as well. 3-1 and 3, and he's not even the biggest issue on the side of HellRaisers. You've got a Wind Ranger. Look at this, with the BK being up, going about halfway towards the Blink Dagger now as well. Just backing up, looking for, I'm not sure if he's going back for runes or just trying to push this top lane out. But at 21 minutes in, Empire are being forced to turtle in the base. You know, you've got so many anchor points coming out from the side of HellRaisers to keep heroes on the side of Empire locked down, and this is just, I don't know how many nails are in the coffin, but I'm sure the final one's coming along sometime soon.
Yeah, the problem with Empire right now is even if they would smoke out, they know that it would be a full 5-on-5 fight, so they're gonna try to kill Watson like this. He doesn't have a BKB. The IO has relocated, though. He'll get him out immediately.
Yeah, just pulls him down. Just pulls him down to the low ground, and this is where you want to be fighting around anyway. Say, okay, the relocate's there. It's going to be, you know, if you want something, come and get it, because, well, the Avalanche was a second too early for the relocate, but now, do they want to fight this? Are they going to go 5-on-5? The Avalanche was stolen here by Gillier as well. The telekinesis comes out onto the Clockwork. James, he needs to get himself back. The axe is flying through, and this ball will be the victim, but if that's the only victim on the side of HellRaisers, they're going to be absolutely fine with this.
Still, HellRaisers forcing the issue a little bit too much. They didn't have to go high ground there. Empire, they had to leave their base if HellRaisers weren't coming uphill. So, I still kind of understand HellRaisers, you know, they're like 23 minutes, that's too long, we need to finish this one earlier, but nah, not gonna be happening. You're still up against the Tiny, so you have to respect that potential of getting tossed back, especially when your Razor doesn't have a BKB. The Watson is gonna have something better, and that's gonna be a Satanic still. Empire, they can't leave their base. The only one who can is Illidan, and we've seen how his little excursions have ended up. They usually ended up in him being dead.
Yeah, what's the Wind Ranger got coming in now as well in the courier? That's just TP scrolls. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, Watson, okay, he did overextend on to trying to get to the racks, but it's, I don't blame him. Oh, they might be able to find out the Abaddon here now as well. The Roar does come out, and the Borrowed Time's already been used, and it looks like the Thunderhide just rolls over the Abaddon.
I can almost hear what Miero said, that you will not TP away, you coward, just with a lot more screaming there, that we are not gonna succumb our poor viewers to it. But bottom lane, they found the Rubik.
Oh, can they get something out of it? They will be able to get killed, yeah. And yeah, okay, so they found a couple of kills, but they are losing heroes at the same time, and James moving himself through. He's going to go towards that axe. He's got himself the Philosopher's Stone, so maybe, you know, it might not be too long before he's got that up. He does get the farm coming through from the 2x damage onto creeps with the Battery Assault now as well at level 4. So there is the opening for that. But again, Mero, he's just saying, okay, well, I'm going to press you the tier 3. We've already opened up the racks on the bottom lane, and this tier 3 tower on the top lane as well. It's about halfway down.
Rabel sees Illidan.
Is he going to be able to get it? It's going to be the doppelganger coming through, but the power shot is there. Which one is the real one now as well? No, he focus fires an illusion. Illidan, though, they're still going to be seeing from the Malady, the balls into his face now. The shackle, it won't latch to anything, but they're still going to be able to go into Illidan. Illidan, can he get himself onto the high ground? It looks like he's maybe going to be able to get himself away from this. The chase is on from Rebel, though. Rebel was that power shot, and he might even be able to get Courier out of this now as well. The shackle this time, it will go to the tree. He gets caught out, he gets killed off, and Watson going to be able to put another one on his belt though.
Man, that tree there. I remember one patch where in the patch it said we removed that one tree close to the Radiant outpost, and I'm like, has IceRog lost his mind? He removed one tree. Like, what the hell are you talking about? And now you see that one random tree can make a difference. Is it vision? Is it a shackle connecting to it, or maybe a Monkey King chasing someone? Even the Timber Saw, you know, those things can make a difference, and we can't really dive deep into the brain of IceRog. He is a genius, very hard to understand, but you know, still a very nice kill there for HellRaisers. Every single time the PL dies, the game is becoming harder and harder, but you can understand what he's trying to do. Going for an Ether Lens, going for the Ag Shard. He's trying to create so many illusions that HellRaisers can't deal with him, but with 2 Maelstroms, I think they have enough for now.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about a little bit before, that he's got, like you say, he's got these items coming through, so he can, if he was in a better position, you know, if Empire were leading, then yeah, great, you can overwhelm the heroes, but he's got 1300 health. He's got 1300 health, and the Wind Ranger is putting out, what's that, 160 damage per right click with a focus fire. You've got the Razor that's coming through with the auto right clicks as well as stealing the damage, a full plasma field as well, and Illidan just melts. You know, he's... Oh, Gilgir in the river once again. They might have caught him out. The Cogs are going to push back. Gilgir's not going to be able to get himself out alive. But yeah, Illidan, in these fights, if he gets caught out and the rest of the team aren't with him, he just disappears. He disappears as quickly as one of his illusions.
Yeah, you said he has 1300 HP. The Wind Ranger probably 1000 DPS, you know, so he can't survive for more than a second. So that is an important deal for sure. You know, after a second, maybe his team can react. Of course, I am saying this with a straight face, but I'm not sure how. Either way, we can see that HellRaisers, they haven't been able to increase their lead by much in this time. For now, they're waiting for Drosh, and they're trying to keep Empire in their base, but Empire are doing a good job with a few of those moves. They play some deep vision that is allowing them to play this aggressive, but Miero, he has had enough. He wants to chase, and Illidan has been found once again.
Yeah, there's even going to be the relocate on the backlines coming through as well. Was it cancelled? It looks like it actually might have been cancelled. The Roar, it's onto another illusion, so if anything, you can say Illidan great with these doppelganger plays just to try and stop, but there is going to be the shackle onto the Tiny. Tiny can get himself away. He absolutely can. The reveal comes through from that dust, and yeah, that's going to be a godlike spree going the way of Rabel.
On the bottom lane, Miero making a bit of a misplay there. He got hit by the real PL twice, so he probably should have understood from the damage that he had taken that the real PL was attacking him, so he roared the illusion. And, you know, Gilgir, he tried to make a cute play there, place a sentry for vision, but it was just off the mark. If he was a bit closer there to the sentry, Illidan would have gotten lifted and probably lost his life. So Illidan getting out of that one by the skin of his teeth, but he still does survive. The problem, of course, lies in those deep wards from Empire. They're starting to get taken down. I think even a gem is going to be coming out soon from HR, and that is when Empire will be forced into one last fight.
Yeah, maybe Illidan's on the wrong team. Maybe you should have got a place in Mind Games, because he's playing them all the time with these doppelganger illusions. But I don't know what Mind Games is going to be able to play to stop this assault on the base coming through here. The racks, it's already, you look at the melee racks, it's already halfway down, and Watson, he's not going to be stopping just yet. The attack speed, once that fortification does wear up, Watson, he has the survivability with the Satanic, and they're just pushing it little by little. Rebel can come in, he's got the Shadow Blade now as well. The Shackle, it won't last to anything, so the Doppelganger does come out from Illidan, and now the Plasma Field. Watson, he wants to step up once again. He even got the Ancient Frostbite and Golem coming through onto this rack, so it's getting so close to going down, but it looks like HellRaisers, they don't want to overextend. Roche is up now, so they can back themselves away, go get themselves an Aegis that Watson can dive high ground with once again.
They did have one overextension, not a big one, on the bottom lane once already, so they don't want it to happen again, but still, they see Illidan, they see him perfectly, look at him, and he will die now.
Yeah, he's gonna go down, he's just gone. Well, what else can he do? He's just gone, he's disappeared.
You know, he's playing those mind games, you mentioned it, but if you crush someone's skull, you know, he's really not gonna be able to do it any longer, and that is what the HellRaisers have been doing to poor Illidan, you know. 0 and 5 hasn't done much in this game. He is trying to farm, he's trying to dodge them, but when you're playing a PL like that, not being able to commit even to a fight where HellRaisers are super deep, it means that something went terribly wrong, and we've been highlighting it pretty much for the past 22 minutes. Ever since the rotation of the Wind Rangers towards the top lane, it has been an impossible game for Empire.
Yeah, and Rebel once again with a Shadow Blade, or you might see, it's going to see PZZ. Does he want to go into this? There's going to be the TP coming through from Mero as well, so he might be able to make the dive, and now there's going to be the... Does he have what he does? He does have the reveal coming through onto Squadix now as well. With that BKB going, was that Shackles? Did he want to go there? Is going to be the Photic Shield on the TP away? No, BZZ is going to be cancelled here. The borrowed time does come out, but he's going to be able to get himself away. The Dust Reveal once again, so they are going to see the Tiny. Tiny can get himself away from this, and he absolutely cannot. Telekinesis keeps him locked down, and now they can go back. BZZ, Watson picks up that one. And 4 minutes on an Aegis with 2 heroes dead, no buyback. I think the curtain is calling here for Empire.
This is some clean plays coming out from HellRaisers. You know, after the very good early game, they tried to be super aggressive, and they're like, no, let's just play this cleanly. There is no reason to put ourselves in a position where we might lose the game. So they're doing everything perfectly. And Rabel, he found Illidan. I mean, give the guy a break. He's an old dude, you know, a legend of Dota. I guess it feels good for you know, newer faces to kind of crush their childhood idols.
Yeah, and you can see now as well the Hawk dive coming in onto the Viper. The Viper just can't do anything in this, and Shashlo's trying to do his best, but this is going to be another melee racks going down. In fact, the tier 3 tower on the top lane, last to stand, it's only got itself half its health. So if they want to move up to this HellRaisers again, they still have this Aegis. It looks like it's going to be 2 lanes of racks as the high five. At least they're being polite between each other, as the damage... He just disappears. The roar comes through onto the Viper. The force staff now as well, trying to keep himself alive. But he's going to jump from the Maelstrom as well. James will go down, dropping those cogs, but it's not going to be enough. And yeah, okay, so the Viper comes through from the 3 heroes on the side of Empire. What can they do with this here? Once again, Watson. Oh, they're just going to be able to break this Tiny. Gilder even survives through this. Hook shot into the back lines. They might at least get the kill. No, Malady's going to be able to get the 10th away outside of the cogs, and the Rampage comes out from Rabel to end this. It's going to be 4. It's going to be 5. It's going to be 2 games in a row for HellRaisers. It's going to be GG.
I think you and me, Rob, have different understandings of the word polite. You know, you lift up your arm to someone like high five. Now I'm gonna kill you. Usually, high five is a sign of, okay, let's be friends. Let's bury the hatchet or something along those lines. HellRaisers, they had no. They really had no intention of doing that. They just stormed down Empire. Rabel, he even got a rampage there in the end. Just goes to show, you know, you might have died in the mid lane, 1 versus 1, got crushed, and that's his only death in the game. After that, he just destroyed them with 17 kills. HellRaisers, a very clean game from start to finish. Other than 1 poke there in the bottom lane on the base, they didn't make any unnecessary plays. Really a clean game through and through. HellRaisers showing that they are a class above Team Empire, so they showed themselves against X3, now against Team Empire. I'm just hoping they can keep up this momentum against some of the stronger teams in the Division 2, so we can really see how powerful this former Division 1 team is.
Yeah, and if we take a look through on the standings just while we're here in Division 2 to see how this table now sits, we're going to be seeing a jump up for HellRaisers. They go 2-1, so they do go tied second with No Sorry and PuckChamp. Cybercats are as well, but Cybercats are 2-0, so it should be Cybercats in the Namiga, Cybercats, and then HellRaisers as far as the standings sit, just because they have only lost 1 match compared to No Sorry and PuckChamps 2. But that is going to be a really comfortable position, like you say, to get them in, to getting close back to Division 1. And again, I think it was the first tour where it was Hydra, and at the time it was V, now Rune Eaters, and Windstrike, now Bet Boom, and CIS Rejects that were all playing for that top 4. I wouldn't be surprised to see another 4-way tie playoffs coming through for the qualifiers, because there are some teams in this, the Eastern European scene just looks so, apart from a couple of teams, you know, there is so many teams that just look so good, that perform week in, week out, and it's hard to separate them.
It definitely is. Though HellRaisers, the next time they'll be playing in the DPC, it's gonna be against Namiga. Namiga are undefeated so far, as you mentioned, and that's gonna be the real showing if they're back. As I said, we had the Watson interview. He said that now they're really practicing, they're preparing, they are ready for whatever is thrown at them. But they did lose the first series against No Sorry, and No Sorry, they've proven that they can beat anyone so far in the D2CL and in the DPC as well. But still, HellRaisers, you could see that they really weren't up to the task in that first week. Now, in the week 2 and week 3, they got their wins, but you could say arguably against the weakest teams of the Division 2 here in Eastern Europe. I'm looking forward to week 4, where HellRaisers will really be tested against Namiga. But for now, this looked like a really clean game, but we still don't know how they will play under pressure when they are really being attacked from all sides. And Empire, they were definitely not up to the task today.
Yeah, so guys, that is going to be it. Just a quick one for the third and final series of the night. Unfortunately, it doesn't go to all 3 games, but that is going to be it for me. It's going to be it for Hurry Freak for tonight. We are going to be back tomorrow at... Well, there's going to be more Dota tomorrow anyway, but specifically myself and Hurry Freak will be back at, I want to say, another evening game?
Yep.
Yeah.
6 p.m. CEST.
And it's going to be Cybercats versus Namiga there for us too, as we get ourselves through the Division 2 DPC. But for now, thank you very much for tuning in. And again, once again, apologies for the technical issues. Dota decided it was going to freak out and it needed a quick reset. It needed to be told who was boss. But again, for now, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow when we go live for the next series of the Division 2 in the Eastern European region for the DPC. See you then.